Good morning, Smarties. Miss Hailing here with your reading lesson for this Wednesday. I'm starting off our reading lesson by going over our vocabulary for week 3, Unit 8, week 3, and it'll also be the vocabulary for week 4. But I figure we did it Monday. We need to do it again today just to make sure that it's fresh in our brains. Also, you're going to notice that the story I read today from our read aloud is going to have several of these words in it, so I want you to be familiar with them. So, repeat after me. North, south, east, west, left, right, path, direction, far, follow, location, near. Okay, so remember those are vocabulary words that I introduced on Monday. Like I said, you're going to see them in our read aloud today. So let's get started. Our read aloud today from our Read on Your Own book is called Are Maps Useful? So I want you to take a second right now to think to yourself, okay, if this is your own opinion, to think to yourself, are maps useful? In your opinion, are maps useful? And the big question, why or why not? So if you say, yes, they're useful, then why? You need to back yourself up. If you say, nope, they're not, well, why? Okay, because someone's going to ask you that. So you need to be able to support your answer with your reasoning. So I want you just to think about that. I'm going to read the story called Are Maps Useful? And maybe you might change your mind. Okay, so the story might change your mind. So just kind of keep that tucked away, and we'll come back to it here in a second. So, Are Maps Useful? By Chris Meredith, illustrated by Colleen Madden. So here we go. Maps are pictures of the earth. A map may show all of Earth or just part of it. It's good to be skillful with maps. Maps are useful tools. Let's see why. A girl reads about Iceland. She doesn't know where this country is. How can she quickly find out? She can look on a map. See how helpful a map is? I showed you a map where Iceland is. Kind of like what we did when we did our Tracking the Gingerbread Man. A family is planning a car trip. It's a long drive to new places. How will the driver know which roads to take? Will the family get lost? No, they can use road maps. The map reader tells the driver when to turn. But map readers must be careful. Careless map readers can still get lost. A family goes to the zoo. Dad really enjoys seeing big apes. The rest of the family enjoys seeing other animals. How will they find them all? Wait! Each zoo has its own map. With this map, the family can quickly find different animals. These useful maps show places to eat and places to rest too. A boy invites his friend to his home. This friend's mom is a careful driver, but she doesn't know the way. Will she get lost? The boy makes a street map on white paper. He gets help from his mom and dad. He is a careful map maker. He shows all the streets she must take. Are maps useful? Yes, but you need to be a skillful map reader and a skillful map maker. Okay, so that's our story on Are Maps Useful? Now again, it is really your own opinion on if you think maps are useful or not. But like I said, you better be prepared to back up your answer with some reasons as to why. So there, they stated that maps are useful, and they gave you several examples as to why. But you also have to be a careful map maker and a careful map reader, because if you're not, you could end up getting lost. So I want you to think about, in your opinion, are maps useful and why? That is your question. Okay? That is your question. So, this is what I want you to do. On paper, okay, or a whiteboard, I want you to write out your answer and why. So, you are either going to start off with, yes, maps are useful because, and then you're going to state your answer. Or, no, maps are not useful. What, Kramer? Because. Go lay down. Okay, so you have two choices to make here. And you can pause this here in a second, but yes, maps are useful because. And then you're going to state why, not just because they will help you not get lost. Yes, that's true, but what will they do? They will show you the streets so you don't get lost. They will show you different ways to find your way, or if you're looking at, they'll show you where the animals are in the zoo to not get lost, or to find your way. Or if you truly think that maps are not useful, you would write, no, maps are not useful because, and you better have some good reasons as to why they're not useful. So, this is your assignment for today. You can go ahead and pause this so you're able to write. Those are your sentence starters, but you are going to write, in your opinion, why or why not, why you think maps are useful or why you don't think maps are useful. So, on a whiteboard, paper, pencil, you can even talk it out with an adult, but I would like you to write your answer down. That is your lesson for today for reading. Make sure that if you do have some phonics pages at home, that you are working on those throughout the week. Also, you know I'm going to say, read. Okay, make sure you read today. It's going to be another beautiful day. So grab a book, get outside, get some fresh air, and make sure you're reading for that 15-20 minutes, please. That's super important. Like I always say, if you're going to do anything for reading, read, okay? Reading is so important to keep your skills up. So, that is it for today for reading. I'll be back with your math and your science in a little bit. Bye, Smarties!